Hi, how are you? How are we? How are you? All right. So to those of you just entering into the Zoom, right? Zoom here. Just check the attendance into the live group, please, in order to make sure that you are with me for today's class. นะครับมีคนอยู่มหาวิทยาลัยไหมเอ่ยมีไหม on site
เพิ่งกลับครับ
เอาเพิ่งกลับบ้านหมายความว่าพี่เรียนเหรอตอนเช้าอ๋อตายละแต่วีคหน้าไอไปออนไซต์นะอีก2 วีคที่ต้อง stand by on site วันนี้ฉุกเฉินนิดหน่อยนะ whatever can do ไปเช็คชื่อดีกว่าครับ attendance check right now goodสู้ๆครับอยู่เริ่มงงกับออนไลน์ออนไซต์มากนะฮะเดี๋ยวก็ออนไลน์เดี๋ยวก็ออนไซต์ ไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวใครที่ต้องพรีเซนต์บ้างวันนี้ทีมไหนไม่แน่ใจนะAll right, attendance check right now. 080 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 นับล่วงหน้าไปก่อนนะฮะไม่ใจสรุปนะครับ tentative schedule so first of all I have to notice or just let you know that the schedule might be changed a bit just because according to the university policy they say that for this month September, right, we are going to have a hybrid classes, meaning that I have to stand by at the university campus to run a class on site. So to those of you who just want to, visit the university campus, so you can study at there, hybrid. But the reason is that flooding, something like that, I'm not sure. So they just allow some of you to study online too, meaning that I have to run a class for both online and on-site, so we call hybrid here. So might run for next week and then next following week before midterm, right? Next month, October, for 4 weeks, we are going to have the online classes just because it is required from the university policy here. So we can see from 6th, 13th, 20, and 27 October might be full online classes, okay? And next November, before your final exam, we are going to have the hybrid again. Hybrid online on site. So just follow through the tentative schedule here. Yep. Attendance check เข้ามาเลยครับ อันนี้คืออะไรครับกำลังเดินทางกลับบ้านเหรอครับ
ไม่ในตอนเราพรีเซนต์
ใครพรีเซนต์บ้างยกมือให้หน่อยครับ Anyone have to do a presentation for this week? Just raise your hand for me, please. นี่มาแล้วนะครับเดี๋ยวเรา stand by เดี๋ยว switch สไลด์ไปเลยแล้วกันนะหลังจากที่เพื่อนเช็คชื่อเสร็จนะอยู่โอเค good don't worry be happy นะฮะ Let me check. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. ก็ประมาณ24 คนเช็คชื่อมาแล้วพร้อมยัง Are you ready กด 1 ขึ้นมาครับไปฟังเพื่อนพรีเซนต์ดีกว่านะฮะไม่มีอะไรมากวันนี้จบบ่าย 3ปิดไปเลยนะครับไม่ต้องวอรี่รีบๆเร่งๆกด 1 นิดนึงครับกด 1 นิดนึงนะครับเดี๋ยวไปฟังเพื่อนแป๊บเดียวครับผมไม่ต้องเรียนเยอะนะฮะบ่าย 3พอนะฮะchill than style teacher Dodo. All right, so I'm going to let you listen for your friend presentation for this week just because it is required as a part of our course evaluation here. All right, shall we go 1, 2, 3 ขอ stop sharing นะแล้วก็เปิดมาเลยนะครับ
Good afternoon, everyone. So today our group would like to present public affairs and issue management. So what is public affair? So public affairs is defined as an effort made by organization to track, engage, and organize their external business processes, interdisciplinary in nature. It combines strategies from industry, ranging from government, communication, and social responsibility. The public affair function of an organization aims to influence public policy, build and maintain strong relationships with legislators, and engage with and monitor stakeholders. It relates to matters directly affecting the public, such as legislation or public administration. Because of this, public affairs roles typically align with non-corporate entities, such as government agencies or nonprofit. Next, my friend will talk about the differences between public affairs and PR.
So I'm gonna talk about the differences between the public affairs and public relations. Even though public affairs and public relations are different concepts, they share important traits. For example, individuals in public affairs and public relations positions rely on creating, developing, and executing campaign strategies that aim to elicit a specific public response. Public affairs campaigns, public affairs campaigns target aspect of public life in a way that can affect how people act or respond to a concept, such as recycling or keeping public space clean. And for the public relations campaign, we focus on establishing or strengthening a link an individual may have with a business and what it offers, such as a purchasable goods or service. And professional in public affairs and public relations aim to establish a solid public relations built on a foundation of trust. Without trust, the information shared might be ignored or not wholly considered. For businesses, this can affect their bottom line. For a government agency or nonprofit, it can harm its effectiveness in accomplishing policy goals. And next is about practice about what is good public affairs.
Next, good public affairs practice contains 5 different aspects. First, government relations. The ability to interact with policymakers and elected officials, including members of parliament, government members and their staff, and regional and local officials. Next, policy. The formulation of company positions on a given issue and on a given legislative or regulatory proposal. And stockholder engagement, the management of relationships between groups that have a stock in a given issue. For example, trade associations, NGOs, and social media-based movements. And next, public opinion research. The acquisition of data indicating the views of the public on the issue at stake, as well as its general sentiment. And the last one, issue and crisis management. The ability of effectively respond to a crisis, for example, a negative headline on a prominent media outlet. Next, Alfred is going to talk about public relations.
For the example of a successful public affair, first example is a Walmart local register. When Walmart open a store in district, they interact with the local register and inform them to see a positive impact on the local economy. Walmart also build further good relationship to local community by sharing resource and donation to our local community organization. And another example is a Coca-Cola and stockholder. Coca-Cola is important to stockholder, community leader, and people engagement. Coca-Cola community relations team make sure them all are informed of all company information update, such as the new product release, commercial event, and PR. Therefore, they keep all information in an organized database, which is easy for them to follow up. Next slide.
Thank you, Plum. And next, I will be talking about issue management. Next slide, please. Thank you. So the definition of issue management is in public relations is defined as the monitoring or scanning of the organizational environment in order to identify issues and traits, adapt to changes, and or to decide on managerial or communicative actions aimed at creating mutual understanding with relevant stakeholders, corporate communication research, or in the other words, of the issues management is a bridge between an organization and its stakeholders. And next, the role of public relations in issues will be Chanchano will talk about it next.
The role of public relations in issues management. The area of issue management is a natural fit for the public relations consultant or PR team, as they have a extensive knowledge of the organization, the industry, and the environment, and are highly organized people with a high risk opportunity awareness. Issue management also requires a certain set of skills commonly found among peer practitioners. So the first one, strategic communication and planning skills, as well as listening and observation skills. Second, strong research. data gathering and analytical skills. Third, relation management skills both inside and outside the organization, including internal stakeholder, for example, employees, and external stakeholder, for example, like suppliers, investors, and customers. And for the last one, hands-on crisis management experience. Move to 6 key steps that now will talk about it.
For the 6 key steps, first, identify issues and trends. The role of the PR in issue management is to have their finger on the pulse, and that means scanning the external environment for developing trends and issues which are of interest to business. Second, set priorities. Organizations should concentrate on those issues critical to their strategic objective and where the organization's input and management will make the most difference. Third, establish a position on the issue. PR practitioner managing the process will need to look at costs involved for each option, as well as the scope and timing. Fourth, develop a response. A plan is then prepared for how to respond to a problem, including possible scenarios and the appreciate message for each. Fifth, take action. The plan is put into action and messaging that has been agreed is communicated with internal networks and external channels, including media. And the last one, monitor the issue. Check how successful the action has been. Look at the ongoing response to the issue and decide if any change needs to be made to the plan. For example, ask the question, has our brand and reputation been affected and how? What kind of comment and feedback are we getting from customers and employees? Have we taken all the necessary steps to involve this issue? And has media coverage been positive, neutral, or negative? And next will be case study.
So I'm going to talk about case study. Back in 2016, a whistleblower asked Coca-Cola leaked a series of documents relating to Coca-Cola approach to potential policy change, example, more tech on soda, and the issue management process to deal with that. The plan developed by a senior manager at Coca-Cola responsible for EU government relations is its priority into main area called fight back, prepare, or monitor, based on the policy impact on Coca-Cola sale and the likelihoods of the policy passing. Interestingly, Coca-Cola PR team only prioritize issues which were negative from the organization perspective and didn't actively push any positive outcome. Whatever the view on Coca-Cola approach, the leak document demonstrate how seriously the company take the issue management process. So that is all of our presentation. Thank you for your attention.
All right. Thank you so much for your presentation. Done, right? Don't forget to submit the PDF file, right? To me. Okay, into the line group is okay. Yeah. Done. มากลับมาที่และชงเลเชอร์ต่อนะอยู่ all right so thank you again right for a good team presentation and maybe next week we can sorry I'm not sure that this is going to be the same group or not maybe next week we can switch so everything can be handled or even can be set as we want to be right that's okay. All right, so basically for this week, we are going to talk about...
okay, excuse me, I'm from week 3. We didn't present it yet. Yeah. So can we present today?
Yeah. We can present it. มาเลยแป๊บนึงนะครับ
ได้ค่ะ
stop sharing เนาะนะฮะ
Okay. Hi everyone, we are from Group 1. So today we're going to present public relations, and the topic is about what is the public relations and communication. Yes. Next. Talking about public relation is where it contributes brand or company's experience to a perception. Yeah, and next. So what is the public relations? Public relations, or PR, is the set of techniques and strategy related to managing how information about an individual or company is disseminated to the public and especially the media. PR disseminates important company news or events, maintain a brand image, and put a positive spin on a negative events to minimize their fallout. PR may occur in the form of company press release, news conference, interviews with journalists, social media posting, or other venues. Next. So the type of public relation, there are 7 types of public relation, which are strategic communications, media relation, community relations, internal communications, crisis communication, public affairs, and online and social media communications. Yes. Next. Yeah, I will hand it over to Ping to talk more about strategic communication. Yes.
Thank you, Queen. So the strategic communication is the final part of the equation where different PR processes are set in place to send out coordinate message on behalf of a company, doing to help the sales business to achieve its long-term and short-term objective. In other words, is to disperse information. The public relation expert makes sure that the organization's profile with employees, customer, and media people is maintained through controlled message that outline the necessary update. So next. The media relations. Media relation is the type of public relation that is all about getting attention from journalists, broker, broadcaster, and other platforms. This is done solely for the purpose of strengthening the connection of a company with its stakeholder. Meanwhile, stakeholders are those people who are directly or indirectly attached to the company. For example, Haro is a website that links journalists with a reliable source. Is an example of earned media coverage by submitting pitch to journalists at the Haro. Companies can reach out to them. A journalist makes sure that a pitch is addressed in a news item and campaign they are working on if they believe it to be credible or useful. As a result, that the company experience and increase the popularity, clients conversions, and media attention with the favorable result that last for the respectable amount of time. And next, I will hand it over to Omsin.
Community relations, handling the social aspect of the brand and establishing a positive reputation in the social niche like environment protection, education, engagement with the community in which an organization operates should work 2 ways. For example, when a business opens a new facility, getting feedback from the local community is just as important as highlighting the benefit for the local economy through listening skill, and the ability to coordinate events are essential for this. Next. Internal communications, consulting the employees of the organization with regard to policies, course of action, organization's responsibility, and their responsibility. Collaborating with them during special product launch and events, developing ongoing program to keep staff engaged and informed. Understanding their needs and concerns is a challenge for companies and one which internal communications professionals are now playing a crucial role in assisting with. Next.
Next is crisis communication is an emerging field in applied communication study and involves dealing with immediate message and various types of audience. At moment of heightened pressure, they have three states of crisis communication. First is pre-crisis, second is crisis post, and the third is post-crisis. Next is public affairs. Public affairs will also work with the company and individual, but this industry tend to focus on public policy and lawmaking. Public affairs can also involve helping corporate build goodwill with their stakeholders. Next, I will present to Kan.
Thank you, Ben. So our class, I'm going to talk about online social media communication. Online social media are a form of communication used to access target groups at all levels, and they are using public relations or PR. Activity is growing. So example of Thai business are using social media as a communication tool in support of more traditional PR method to build up collaboration, corporate communication, and promote product and service. Next, please. So next is social media can help public relation, and here are some ways that it can. First is to make company announcements and statement, to amplify PR activity and results. Third is to amplify PR activity and results. Social media can be used to amplify a PR campaign to its social audience or listening audience to specific targeting. And third is to support influence marketing. Marketing your product service to influencer is another way to reach your audience. And the fourth one is to engage and research journalists. In public relations, it's often about building important relationships with journalists, learning more about them, their internet, and what they are writing about. And for the last one is to understand what being said about the brand. A good understanding of social sentiment can help public relations to reinforce or challenge viewpoint. Next. So I'm gonna compare about good and bad PR. We talk about example with the board political content PR in Thailand. On the left picture is about this band following the Queen Ambassador backing. If you know this is the number of views of the song list 100 million views, you give away their product. And if you have seen the last MV of Blackpink, it's seen by many as a song that was made to promote the band. Some see it as a song that thanks to Western band that support Blackpink. As you can see at the left bottom picture, they represent a band by wearing accessories from that band to promote in the music video. Like Jenny who wear Manchester United shirt. After that, the shirt is sold out. And for bad PR, political conduct Thailand was a mistake, mocking a politician named Toto. Before being heavily criticized in the online world and getting the hashtag ban political conduct, this incident had a very negative impact, and it was considered the worst situation the company had ever. I'm already done my part. I will pass on Queen.
Let's move to the next topic, is public relations and communications. Yes, next. Both of these two involve portraying information outwardly in hopes of creating a brand image or relationship that foster value. In general, most companies will see overlap between public relations and communication, but there is still some slightly different. While public relation is a one-way channel that imposes information to attempt to have more favorable public image. Meanwhile, communications may be a separate department within a company solely responsible for written or verbal comments, issued internally or externally, and communications may be more rooted in the two-way functionality of receiving feedback and making changes based on information collected. Yes. Next. This is an example to point out. Please go back to the previous slide. Yes, this is an example of to point out more clearer view of public relations and communication. Public relation may tend to create brand image that they stand for, shout out for their brand, or even apologize in a press release. But our communication is to tell who we are and what we're gonna do. Yes, and next. And we have a little activity for you guys. It's a Kahoot, and yes, let's do it. For the winner, our group will give some present that when we all meet together at the university. Thank you. So please do your best. Okay, yes, look pretty good from here. So shall we start? All right, thank you guys and congratulations for Mom Look Pla. Please show up and get the present from our group. And we would like to thank you guys for all your attention today. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for a group presentation, right? From group 1, group 2, and group 3. โอเคเป็นไงบ้างออนไลน์นะเดี๋ยวนะขอดูก่อนอยากเบรกแล้วยัง อันนี้เดี๋ยวสรุปให้เลยแล้วกันนะจะได้เร็วขึ้นนะครับให้อาจารย์สรุปหรือว่าเราจะมานั่งสรุปกันเองครับให้อาจารย์สรุปกด1สรุปกันเองกด2โอเคนะจะได้ไปไวขึ้นงั้นก็ teacher don't need to do this just because we are running out of time, right? All right, good. So everyone look at for this slide. So today class, we are going to talk about the tools, right? Social media tools to make sure that public relation might be attractive and, you know, it is one of the most effective tools to do so. And I can say that is a part of, you know, let's say like media that you can add for your own blog, or even if you want to make sure that your project for the final project, right, can be accessible here. So you can decide or even consider from the tools or effective tools from this slide here. Okay. So basically I can summarize to all of you for today's class. It's all about like we can see the most effective one would be the TikTok, right? So TikTok is this kind of very interactive learning social media platform, right? Just because it's all about a short video and lots of people may feel interested in seeing or even paying attention to this kind of video clip. And I can say that is the biggest tool that everyone have to watch it, just because we can see that in the US, maybe 70% from the US teenagers are using TikTok right now, and most of them log in every day. Even us, right? We log in the TikTok every day. So this is the one effective one that we can use it for your own blog or even your own project. That's it. TikTok ข้ามครับยากไป So the reason that we have to use social media, right? So we can see like lots of social media that can be applied into the public relation, for example, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or even TikTok. So we have to rank, from the following, useful tools here. For example, like if we consider TikTok, just because it is very popular, and we can see that Facebook and Instagram, they are going to improve their short video and make sure that it reaching to the audiences. But anyway, we can see that TikTok can be common just because lots of knowledge, lots of aspect of video from the TikTok can be seen easily, right? And for some part of Instagram or even Facebook, it might be reached in particular group instead of TikTok here. So we have to rank TikTok as the first one here. That's it. So this one is like we have to reconsider again for brand, right? For economy, things like that. So let's say like if you are talking about big moment, or when it comes to doing something on a social media, right? So we need an engagement, we need popularity, and we need useful thing to make sure that this is a big moment to use it. So here I can say that YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok are necessary things that we have to choose or decide in order to make sure that we can, provide, right? Or when publicize this kind of thing to the general. Yeah. And also, this one would be like, it can be developed to social audio strategy, meaning that, audio or what you are listening to is very important to make sure that everyone can engage or feel interest, feel connected to what you are going to present in that day, right? But anyway, I can say that there are so many of online social media platform, right? It's not just only TikTok. Maybe you can use some Instagram or even the Twitter, just because it's very quick one. So what we need to do is that we have to analyze the audiences first and then try to push it into platform, right? Okay, blah 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 ไล่ไปนะครับไม่เอาละเยอะไปนะโอเค สรุปก็คือว่าไป decide. Okay, in conclusion, what I can say for today's class is that you can choose, you can decide, or you can rank, prioritize which one would be the best online social media. So I can conclude that TikTok is the most top up, right? The top leading social media platform here, and we can use maybe Instagram or even Facebook too. So it depends on what you are going to advertise for your content here. อันนี้ here we are ก่อนไปเบรกนะครับทำอะไรดีเขาให้ทำอะไรฮะ so basically we're gonna have like terms and definition, right? Okay, so event planning, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok here, fundraising, government relation, and investor relation. I'm going to let you summarize for this kind of activity for 5 minutes and just random, maybe 2 of you to talk about it in order to finish a class early. Okay? ได้ไหมโอเคไหมโอเคพิมพ์โอเค Okay, right? Okay, let you finish this one for 5 minutes and I'm going to ask volunteers, maybe 2 or 3 persons to talk about it. That's it. Okay. Any volunteer want to talk about it ขอ volunteer สักคนสองคนครับเราช่วยแย่งกันพูดนิดนึง Queen ได้ไหม Queen โอเค
ได้ค่ะอาจารย์
มาเลย
สักครู่นะคะค่ะ all right so this is the process on planning for doing I think the kind of PR in the form of event. So at first we have event planning that we going to plan what event gonna come out in which way, and next is the way to promote our event or even coming up next event on the channels like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. And when we have planned, so how can we really make it in a reality? We have money, so we go fundraising from a partner or even supporter. And next, the government relation is all about convey or express our event in a bigger part to our public or government part. And next is investor relation is about strategy that we have to manage about financial or communication or even marketing that going to fulfill or make our event come out as successful as possible. Yes.
Good.
That's what I think.
Thank you so much for your sharing. Correct, right? Perfect ไหมฮะทุกคนพิมพ์ perfect ให้คุณหญิง Queen ของเรานะ All right, good. Thank you so much for your sharing here คนเดียวพอแล้วไปเบรกดีกว่าไหม ไปเบรกไหมฮะเบรกดีกว่านะครับ15 minutes or 20 minutes choose ไหมฮะ15 minutes press 1 if you want 20 minutes press 2 press 1 Paul, right? Okay, we can finish very, very early. Good. So shall we go for break? 15 minutes now.
Tái còn tái
บอลมีคนแกล้งบอล
ฮัลโหลเป็นไงบ้างใครอยู่มอบ้างอ่ะมีใครอยู่ในห้องบ้างไหมครับ How are you guys or you just stay home right
ใช่ค่ะ we back home
I
already
think most of us come back home already.
อ๋อ
Yes.
แสดงว่าเราเรียนเช้าเหรอเรียนอะไรตอน
Yes.
เช้า
ใช่
I
ครับ
see I study in morning section, right? And for my class, but actually for next week and the next following week until the September, you can stay on site. หมายถึงว่าถ้าใครที่ prefer จะ on site แต่ว่าเพียงว่าเขาบอกว่า flooding something อะไรอย่างเงี้ยทำเป็น hybrid ไปนะฮะของเราไม่น่ามี flood เนาะมีใครที่ติดน้ำท่วมไหมฮะ มีป่ะ Raise your hand for me pleaseไม่น่ามีรีบเรียนดีกว่าบ่าย2:30ปิดได้ไหมโอเคไหม All right let me check let me see แป๊บหนึ่งนะอยู่ต้องไปให้ฟังso for today's class, I'm going to let you listen this one a bit, just because I think that it might be useful for your own blog or even the project for second half after we did the finish midterm exam, and you have to do a group presentation for your press release here, right? So this one would be like the most popular social media platform, right? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, you got it, right? So we can see from this one, right? TikTok and Instagram or even Facebook might be a key social media platform that you can use it. นะกลับมาที่ของเราแล้วกันนะครับบ่ายสองเลิกนะครับเรามาทำ public speaking ดีกว่าครับดีไหม
ดีค่ะ
So for this one, right? Let me see first. There is nothing to come up with this kind of question. Skip ไปเลยนะฮะไม่มีข้อสอบไฟนอลตัดนะ Okay. How comes, right? So for this activity before we go, it's look like before we go, right? How comes here? Crisis communication. So this is the core topic for this week. And what you need to do is that just choose only one out of 5 here. The first one is employee problems. Second, leadership problems, right? Next one is that PR, public relation team problems. IT, right? IT, which is related to social media. Team problems would be like that. And the last one is that government official problems. So just choose only one out of 5. Once you finish, I'm going to give you for prepare, right? A time preparation here for 5 minutes. And if you're ready, you can turn on your microphone and talk for 1 minute. And then you can leave from this Zoom and see you next week. Okay? Yeah. Okay ไหม Okay พิมพ์ Okay เดี๋ยวเราเปิดไปที่079ก่อนเลยได้ไหม
หนูขอเตรียมใจก่อนอาจารย์
079ดูพร้อมนะฮะดู ready to go นะครับ Okay. Everyone can be ready, right? อาจารย์เริ่มปวดหัวกับออนไซต์ออนไลน์แล้วเนี่ยนะเพราะว่าจะต้องจัดคลาสยังไงดีอ่ะปกติเรา prefer ออนไลน์หรือออนไซต์ครับขอ raise your hand หน่อยได้ไหม
ออนไซต์ค่ะ
ใช่ไหมแสดงว่า
yes.
ก็ไปเรียนออนไซต์ดีกว่าคือไอ้แพลนว่าจะไปออนไซต์แต่ว่าเมื่อวานเนี่ยเขาบอกว่าสำหรับใครที่ฟลัดมาเนี่ยหมายถึงว่าสำหรับนิสิตบางคนที่ติดน้ำท่วมเนี่ยให้ทำเป็นไฮบริดนะครับซึ่งทีนี้เนี่ยตัวอาจารย์ก็มองว่าไฮบริดก็คือออนไลน์ถูกไหมใช่ปะไฮบริดก็คือ meaning คือออนไลน์ใช่ไหม
เหมือนกับอาจารย์แบบว่าอาจารย์มาสอนที่ออนไซต์ใช่ไหมคะแต่อาจารย์ ก็คือเหมือนเปิด
เปิด
Zoom ให้
Zoom
เด็ก
ใช่
ออนไลน์ด้วย
เพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยก็คือเราก็มาเรียนออนไซต์ได้เหมือนกันนะเดี๋ยววีคหน้าจะทำอย่างนั้นก็คืออีก2วีคนั่นเองนะแต่ว่าวันนี้เดี๋ยวลองดูก่อนว่าแบบเป็นออนไลน์ยังไงที่เหลือก็คือว่าใครที่ไม่พร้อมมามหาวิทยาลัยก็ทำออนไลน์ไปแล้วกันนะฮะแต่ว่าทีนี้เนี่ยของOctober ทั้งเดือนหลักมิดเทอมเนี่ยก็คือเขาสั่งออนไลน์ไปเลยไงมันก็เลยสับสนนิดนึงว่าจะทำออนไลน์นึกภาพออกใช่ไหมฮะเพราะว่าพอมันเป็นคร่อมด้วยไงเพราะว่ามันไม่ใช่เดือนสุดท้ายของ semester นี้ด้วยหมายถึงว่าพอเราสั่งออนไลน์ช่วงตุลาถูกไหมแล้วก็กลับมาใหม่ด้วยนะกลับมาเป็น November on site ต่อ ก็เลยค่อนข้างสับสนกับชีวิตนิดหนึ่งนะฮะว่าเบลอละ
เพราะเหมือนเขาบอกว่าให้ทำเป็นออนไลน์ 25% ใช่ไหมคะ
ใช่ครับก็คือเขาสั่งมาแล้วว่าหมายถึงว่าตัว LCI นะสำหรับโปรแกรม LCI หรือว่า Inter ทั้งหมดเนี่ยเป็นOctober full option ก็คือ4 week run ครับผมใช่ประมาณนั้นแต่ว่าพูดง่ายๆคือว่าน่าจะต้อง stand by on site ก่อนเอาอย่างนี้ในการใครที่ prefer จะมาเรียน on site เราอยากเจอเพื่อนหรือว่าแบบ whatever you can do ก็มา gathering together at the classroom แล้วกันนะครับส่วนที่เหลือเนี่ยมันจะเป็น personal issue เป็นแบบเขาเรียกว่าแบบติดโน่นนี่นั่นอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนะครับก็เป็นออนไลน์ไปนะครับสรุปง่ายๆคืออาจารย์ stand by ที่มหาวิทยาลัยแล้วกันวิกหน้าจบนะโอเคเคลียร์
Can I go first?
Yeah. Which one?
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to go for leadership problem.
Leadership problem, B-boy here, right? 1, 2, 3,
yes.
Go.
Okay. So in leadership problem, I think is the basic of communication is the sender send the message to the receiver, right? And sometimes with the manager or something like this won't give the clear communication, the clear message. So the receiver won't receive like the message clear. And sometimes the leadership don't listen to like the manager don't listen to their employee. Like I think this can be the problem, like they don't understand and don't listen to other opinions. And I think this can be one of the problem. And the other problem is that sometimes it's not like when you send one message, it's not like the same to the other.
That's
like
it.
When yes.
Okay, right. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Okay, clear, done, right? Okay, good. หนูพิมพ์ done ให้หน่อยได้ไหม done ให้มานิดนึง done and perfect ก็ได้ perfect ก็ดีมี2เวอร์ชันนะ done กับ perfect done great okay so you can leave out from the Zoom right นะ so
Can I go next?
Yep.
I would like to do the C PR team problems. So PR is like when you public relations, you contribute or communicate with the others. So I think the problems is that misunderstanding and something it might be the fake news. Like the company provides information which is non-clear to the PR team, which can create the misunderstanding, like they're not brief exactly directly to that team and they create some curious about it. And when the PR team public on the social media or social media platform or whether on site online or like a brochure or newspaper, it's can lead to the news or the results that change to the origin.
Yeah, that's it, right? PR team problems. Thank you so much for your sharing here. La Pasarada, right? Good. La Palada. 076. Okay, done and perfecto. Perfection is a key, right? Okay. พิมพ์ดันขึ้นมาเลยนะครับ
Sorry.
Yeah. Good. Go ahead.
I would like to choose employees' problems.
Employees' problem. The first one, right? Okay. Go ahead.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, go.
I think in all the problems, people are the most difficult one because everyone is different and companies are trying to hire the right person. But since everyone is different, problems occurs such as conflict between colleagues. And some people are from different countries, so there's communication problems. Maybe it leads to discrimination. Due to all those problems, employees can feel very low motivated and has less job satisfaction. In all these problems, companies should to understand everyone's nature to avoid the conflict, to respect everyone is different, and encourage employees to work it together to understand each other and find a solution to improve job performance.
All right. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Done. Okay, please type done for me, please. Okay, and then you can leave from the Zoom just because you've done everything here. Yep. Next มาเลยครับใครอยากกลับบ้านต้องปิดฟลอร์มาเลย Okay, go ahead. Which one do you choose?
The first one, the employees problems.
Right.
From my experience at the internship, I was the intern before, and in my company there was like a problem, like the organization, they did not provide well of the training. So like when the new employee come into the company, they don't provide the right training to them, so they have no idea what like where do they go, or like what do I do to the customer, something just like that. So the company need to provide more training to them so they could just like know how their company works. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Just type done for me, please. Done.
Can I go next, Carl?
Yeah.
So I would like to talk on the ITT problems.
Yeah.
There might be some like the company that gathering all the data of the customers. So there may be a crisis of like leaking of information sometime, and the company need to deal with it by explain themselves and try to be transparent as possible and try to define the reason of the leaking and gain trust again through the crisis communication.
I see. Good. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Just type done for me, please. So please do it. Next นี่ไงเปิดไมค์รอละ
Okay, I go for like a employees problem. I think one of the big problem of this is like communication problems, or lack of is among the most common employee problems. Like because of poor communication, deadline are missed and work is done ineffectively or not done at all. And I think that's why it is important to have like clear channel of communication and problem among employees that are not deal with will result in a low staff model, and this will consequently like decrease the company productivity. And that's mean like we need to like continually need to monitor and update the issue.
Great. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Just type done for me, please. Done. Next เปิดไมค์รอเลย
Can I go next?
Yep.
Yeah, I would like to talk about employee problems. So sometimes employees, like people have their own perspective, opinion, and their own work. So sometimes like it's gonna be very hard for them to like communicate to each other. I mean, like if they're like form the teams and their opinion is not connect to each other. So and they like sometimes in the workplace they don't brave to like to express their real communication, like their real opinion, and then sometimes it's gonna have like the crisis in the teams. I think like the HR or people who are training the employee needs to like train them to have like the confidence to like speaking up. So sometimes like that. So it's gonna be like don't have any lacks of like communication.
All right. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Just type done for me, please. And then everyone done, right? Next, please,
Can I go next?
Yeah. Okay.
Can I go next?
Yes.
So I choose leadership problems. I think leadership problems sometimes can cause by the leader push too much pressure to their employees. So their employees are afraid to share their ideas or speak up. So the solution that it can help is to make the environment more relaxation, and the leader should try to adjust themselves to be a part of the team.
I see. Good. Thank you so much for sharing here. Done, please. Done, right? Next. ใครอยากกลับบ้านไวๆมาแล้วฮะ
Can I go next?
Yeah, go ahead. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, I will go with the government official problem. I believe that everyone in this class used to use the service from the government, right? Such as hospital, police station, or district office. Everyone might notice that almost of the government office has a very slow process. For example, in my experience in the government hospital, which is full with patients, I used to see that one old woman sitting and wait for a doctor for 2 hours or 3 hours because the communication problem between the doctor and the nurse, and I am very sorry for her waiting. And I believe that everyone noticed that problem about the government problem, but I still consider why the government never fixed it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. Good. ดันเข้ามาเลยนะฮะดันเข้ามาเลยมาแล้วนะครับ track ออนไลน์นี่ดันทั้งวันครับผม next please who wanna go next นะครับก่อนบ่าย 3นะบ่าย 3ปุ๊บปิดเลย
Can I?
Yep.
Yes. I would like to talk about leadership problems. Being leadership in communications is required a lot of skill for communicate. You have to be the communicators who can engage both the minds and the heart of people or follower who you communicate to. And you have to concern and prepare yourself a lot before you interpret or have a speech or communicate in both little thing or a big thing like conference or company press, something like that. Yes, and to avoid problems or misunderstanding, the leader themselves have to prepare what they're going to talk and prepare also the message to convey to the listener. Yes.
I see. Thank you so much for your sharing here. And then just type done for me, please. ดันเข้ามาเลยนะฮะ See you next week เลยนะ on site มาฮะ ใครที่อยากกลับบ้านไวๆนะฮะไปเที่ยวเซ็นทรัลพระราม 9เนี่ยก็ต้องรีบพูดเลยนะตอนนี้เราเหลืออยู่กี่คนเนี่ยนะ let me check let me see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 Oh, 20 left. So meaning that we are having like 20 minutes, right? Waiting for all of you today. Yeah.
Yeah, teacher, may I?
Yep.
So, the crisis communication, I choose the employee problems because I think that some big companies or big organization is not like communicate with their employees enough. Like it's too many people or too many to take care of them all. Like what they want, are they okay or something like that? And I think that they should like provide a safe channel to for giving feedback and have like more communication frequently for them. And I think it can help the employee to like reduce the anxiety and like the like during time of the crisis and uncertainty and ensure that the message is getting through to all employees.
All right.
Yes.
Good.
And like, yes.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. Just type done for me, please. Done.
Can I go next?
Yep มาเลยครับ079
Okay.
รอฟังอยู่
Okay. So I chose B, leadership problems. Okay. Leadership problems is that you cannot lead your group to work together and cannot achieve the collective result. So if this problem happen, way to solve it, first I think we as a leader should have a strong direction to know what exactly we try to accomplish. Plus, the strong alignment is needed. Everyone in your team must coordinate their work together. And lastly is commitment. Everyone should be responsible for success and trust each other. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing here. Just type fantastic เข้ามาเลยฮะ fantastic เข้ามาเลยแล้วเปลี่ยนดันเป็น fantastic ต่อนะ alright next นี่ next please นะรีบกลับบ้านดีกว่าครับทุกคน So for this crisis communication อันนี้เอามาจากดอนนะ so I'm going to say that it's a part of your final exam, written exam, right? Basically, yeah.
Can I go next?
Yep.
I chose leadership problem. Most leaders need to communicate to staff far more often than they think is necessary. Frequent communication reduce fear and uncertainty and ensure that employees have heard the message. While leaders may experience fatigue from repeating common message, they need to realize team members need to hear message multiple times because different people may need to hear message in different and through different channels.
I see. Good. Yeah, thank you so much for your sharing here. And just type done for me, please. Yeah. Please. Next.นี่มาแล้ว
I go next.
Yeah.
I will talk about leadership problems. So when we have a leader and followers, sometimes it just like the leaders try to manage, but followers feel like manipulated. So it can cause like problems in that the conflicts or just hate each other or gossip behind the leader. So I think the possible solution is to like hold more meetings and hang out more with each other to like empathize each other and know more each other.
I see. Good. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Right. Just type done or fantastic for me, please. มี2เวอร์ชันนะ fantastic ก็ได้ done ก็ได้ done ง่ายกว่า ต่อครับ next please.
Can I go next?
Yep.
Okay. For me, I choose the IT team problems. So sometimes in crisis communication, IT could be tricky at some point. For example, like if your message or you have to publish your message today and your message has a problem on the cloud data storage, it may be it's like a intangible problem that it's a little bit complex to solve. So I think the best way for IT team problem is, I think, as I said, IT could be tricky at some time, but it's like a car. Your message is a passenger, and like TikTok, Facebook is like a car. You have to check it more frequently to make it effective. And that's it.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. Just type done for me, please. Good. And Dan เหลือกี่คนครับ10 กว่าคน
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
For me, I choose here team problems. For me, lack of understanding is one of the problem. Problem because it has caused a stunned growth of the industry in the world. And public relations is a vast industry that requires in-depth expertise. Until these professionals rise up to the occasion, this might potentially threaten the end of public relations practice.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your sharing here. Okay, done for me, please. Yeah. Next, yeah, good. Diana, right? Good.
Yes. So how will we talk about the IT team? But the IT team, in terms of IT, I mean the software, the team in charge of software. Because as you know, the company will have the important files in the software, whether it's employees' identity or even financials or others company own the software or whatever. So, and nowadays there are a lot of hackers that want to take advantage from competitions, the company. So I think the company should prepare, training for the IT team to be more advanced to protect the software of the company. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. Just type done for me, please. Good. Next, but my roller, don't worry, be happy. Before 3 o'clock. Good. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, go.
So for me, I chose employees' problems. I would like to talk about in terms of LGBT community, because I think many group of people about LGBTQ, they may struggling with the problems that might be occur in the workplace. So for me, I think that in Thailand, we some of organization, they may have like not to support them and find the regulations that can support this group of people enough. So that I think they should have protection more in the workplace by a company or even the government. And like from my experience, I used to work with a lot of group of people who are being LGBTQ, and they said that they cannot do the work that they would love to do because their appearance not look like others, because the gender is really affecting for their job titles. So I think we should not take this to like judge by ourselves, because we have more potential to do anything that we love to do. So I think, yeah, we should improve this in order to having a great employees to work in every industry.
I see. Good. Thank you so much for your sharing here. And then just type done for me, please. And next, good.
Yeah. Source 785. I chose leadership problems. So clear communication is the most significant. A leadership problem in crisis communication. Perhaps the most essential element of crisis leadership is clear and trustworthy communication. The leaders need to practice for crisis communication to establish to organizational or employees as a team. And lastly, communicating well starts with understanding the expectation of your audience.
I see. Yeah, thank you so much for your sharing here. Just type done for me, please. Done, I hope. Yeah, good.
For me, I choose employee problem. Sometimes the problem is not having a good communication. I think that in order to have a good communication, the leader and the employee need to have two ways communication. Make sure that the leader communicate and expresses what they want well, and the employee need to listen carefully and ask questions if they don't understand something. Try to talk and communicate to each other as much as possible.
All right, good.
Thank you.
That's it. All right, thank you so much for your sharing here. Just type done for me, please. Next, please.
Okay, 322 Kolovit.
Yeah.
So I'm go with employee problem. So I want to talk about low motivation and job satisfaction of the employee. So many workplaces have this problem. Sometimes the manager or leader order something to employees, but they have a low motivation. The work can be successful. So the solution is manager must have some rewards or prize to motivate the motivation and job satisfaction of employee to reach the goal.
Good. Thank you so much for your sharing here. And then just type done for me, please. Next, please.
3, 4, 5 have a short, and I choose employees problem. So for the employee problem, it's like some group project that is the communication might struggling to work collaborate in a group. A team member that keep information to themselves might be missing out at opportunity to assess another team member. And a person who does not share information or care about helping others does not understand what it means to work in a team. Team members with strong communication skill do not hesitate to share any piece of information they find relevant to the project. And if the team member share a lot of the information, and the project work will become good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. Good. Done for me, please. Type done for me, please. Next, please. Next.
Okay, 024 ก่อนด้านในครับ
Okay, มาเลย
Okay, I choose the employee. The leadership problem. I think it is that to be a leader, you have to be decisive in making a decision. I think there will be a time when you have to make like a hard decision. So it might mean that you might make an unpopular choice, or the choice that your team don't like, or you have to take an action that might upset someone, or if you choose one wrong choice, it might affect our overall outcome. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your sharing here. Just type done for me, please. And next, 3, 2, 4, right? เหลือใครบ้างครับ มีคุณเขม 03033 I'm sorry, 072, and then 063, and the last one is that 069, Faye. Miไหมครับ ศึกนี้เก่งทุกคนเลยอ่ะ ชื่นชมนะฮะ ไม่มีแล้วนะครับ ไม่มีแล้วใจร้อนนะครับอาจารย์โดโด All right. I have to say thank you for all of you and see you next week on site, hybrid, online, whatever you can choose to learn with me. That's it. Thank you so much for today's class ครับผม บ๊ายบายครับ